Hi, this is Karen. I'm from Ohio.
Oh boy, Karen. Another Karen on the line.
Oh, I'm not one of them kind.
I'm just messing with you, Karen. Go ahead. Who you want to give your donkey to?
I want to give my donkey to Kevin Samuels. Can I tell you why?
Woo. Sure, go ahead.
Yes. I think that he openly degrades black women and he preys on their insecurities that have been given to them in previous relationships and their naiveness. And come on, he gives Saweetie a 6. Dr. Umar spoke on all that. He deserves donkey of the day.
Yeah, I think he's lame. I do think he's lame. I mean, what age are we where we're rating women and rating people? I mean, he's a grown ass man. He's 50 years old. But the thing I don't understand is,
who are you? That's the thing.
But the thing is, which I don't understand is, why do women keep going to him? Like, that's what I don't understand.
Like I said, he plays on their insecurities that they've been given in previous relationships and their naiveness.
Yeah, because he looks about.
It seems like he hates women. I don't know.
Yeah, it does. I mean, he used to hang around the Hermes store and try to get clientele. It's, just to try to get people. And he used to wear, dress up and stand outside the stores and try to talk to people. I've seen him actually a couple of times. It's funny. But in Atlanta. But I mean, I don't know why wouldn't let's do
Hey, back up. He said hang out outside the Hermes store?
Yeah, he used to try to hang outside the stores to try to get businesses. So he would hang outside the Hermes store and look for, I guess people with a little bit of money and try to talk to him and try to be a stylist or whatever he was trying to do.
All right, enough of that lame shit, man. And DJ Envy, I liked you a lot better when back in the early 2000s when your ass was just a DJ and you did the mixtapes and you broke the disc records. And he's knocking Kevin Samuels for standing in front of Hermes. Envy used to sell mixtapes out of the back of his fucking truck, out of his trunk of his car. So I mean, have you forgotten where you came from? Hit that thumbs up button. Now this happened a day ago. This is actually kind of past due now, but I just had to speak on it. I've been caught up working and stuff. This whole thing, Envy's a simp. And it's sad to see Umar's going that route too. Y'all are degrading black women and degrading. The problem is we live in an era now. We live in a highlight era. The video clip era. This is the reason why sports, the NBA, the ratings are all time low because people would rather watch 30-second clips or 2-minute highlights than sit down for 3.5 hours and watch a whole game. And we live in a highlight era where most people, any man, any male who thinks that Kevin Samuels is degrading black women, I can tell you've never watched an entire show because context is king. If you base what you think Kevin Samuels is off 30-second highlight clips that you've seen on your Twitter timeline or Facebook, then don't even speak on this matter. And I could tell Envy and angelayee, she's another airhead, I could tell neither one of them have actually sat down and listened to a whole show in context. Like that one video clip that's viral of him telling the girl she's built like Emmett Smith. Yeah, it sounds really fucked up and but funny at the same time. But if you watch that entire show or that whole phone call, that was a woman wanting to know why she couldn't get a good man. And then he broke it down. He said, okay, what do you do for a living? How much do you earn? Do you have your own place? How do you look? There's got to be a reason why. You ask me why. Let me help you with your problem. He didn't just say, oh, bitch, you big and you can run through the whole, Ravens defensive line. No, it's context. And Envy's a simp because, like I say, he's the guy who got caught cheating on his wife by they having a sixth child. They got a whole fucking litter. And she runs his ass. She been running him publicly, probably privately for years, but in public. I mean, he basically got neutered. He got his nuts clipped in front of the whole world. His wife runs him. Don't they got a podcast or something? She runs him. And then Angela Yee, she's saying, well, who is Kevin Samuels to give advice? Who the fuck are you to give advice? Don't they have an Ask Yee segment on Breakfast Club where people call up and ask Yee for advice? Now, Angela Yee, as beautiful as she is, I would like to know her situation. She's 40-something years old. She's never been married, never had children. Who the fuck are you to be giving people love advice and relationship advice? But does that stop her from doing it? No, she does it every morning. Now, I think this is leading up to something big that if you can't see this coming around the corner, you just slow. They're going to do a Kevin Samuels Breakfast Club interview. And the shit's going to break numbers. It's going to break numbers. The Uber is 4 million and counting. They are prepping this and building it up. Charlemagne, I don't think, was there for this, banter between with Yee and Envy about Kevin. But when they do this interview in the next week or two or a couple of weeks, it's gonna break black internet. They are building this up like a fucking wrestling match, like a WrestleMania. They building this up. he is gonna watch. He's gonna come on the Breakfast Club. I just hope all three of them are there, so you can get a real breakdown. Because I don't think a lot of people understand the context of what this man is saying. It's just like he had a woman where he did respond to Envy's Hermes comments, and he did it respectfully. He didn't drop his name. That's just how Kevin rolls. Uh, you know, it's just a lot of simping going on, man. You know what I mean? He degrades women. He did this. He did that. I'm like, what? Rating women. Men rate women all the time. I know a lot of women that rate guys. We live in an era where motherfuckers click on people are. A lot of people's self-esteem is based off how many likes they get on pictures and selfies. So I don't know how could you even say that. Oh, y'all rate women. Yeah, we do. And a lot of these girls, if they post a picture and it doesn't get at least 100 or something likes, they gonna delete it because they feel embarrassed because they feel like that's a standard, you know. But like I said, Kevin had a girl on there and she was saying how she just wants to be a housewife and run her little candle business, and she wants a man that makes 6 figures. And he's like, hold up, you think because you look good and you a dime piece that you're entitled to be with a 6 figure salary earning man? That makes no sense. And then she tried to say, well, you know, my grandma and them was a housewife. He said, yeah, but you don't got grandma and them mannerisms and tendencies and attitude. You don't own a cookbook. You're not a homemaker. You're not a, you know what I mean? You are the modern day woman who's been taught to just work for yourself and do for yourself. And isn't it key that in modern society where they've made the woman do everything on her own, a lot of women are miserable and are not happy out here. It seemed like women were a lot more happier when it was more of a partnership thing or more of a, you know, my man is the man type thing. Now everybody's, you know, independent and got their Superman cape on. Everyone's Supergirl, but a lot of these women are not fucking happy. A lot of them are stressed out and pissed off that they gotta work like crazy to make ends meet. You know, there's nothing cool about being a single mom with kids or whatever, holding it down. That's something that happens to you. Nobody thinks about that. No girl wants to dream about that growing up. She wanted to get married and have a man and the big house and the picket fence. It just happened to be that way, you know. But yeah, I'm ready for it. The Kevin Samuels Breakfast Club interview, it should be coming down pretty soon. But yeah, Angela Yee, she bothered me more than Envy. I mean, Envy, his wife been running his ass for years. I wasn't surprised at that. You know, the simping that he's doing. Simping ain't easy. Let me know what y'all think about Envy and Angela Yee and all this shit with Kevin Samuels.